It was a week of firsts on Strictly. Reese and Nancy secured a top score of 40 for their incredible Charleston. Rose and Giovanni honoured the deaf community with a silent section in their Couple's Choice dance, which brought many of our favourite Strictly stars to tears. And of course, on Sunday, it was sadly time to say goodbye to one couple. And this week, it was Aljaz and Sara. Shahnaz and I have been debating this a lot this morning. We're not sure they deserve to be the ones who were voted off. And we're joined by someone who may very well agree with us. Welcome back, Janette. Thank you so much for joining us again, Janette. It's great to have you back on Strictly Insider.
Oh, I love doing it. I love chatting with you guys about Strictly. It's the best part of my job anyway.
Hooray. Well, you have to join in our debate, because Shahnaz and I are not sure that it should have been Aljaz and Sara who got voted off last night, and we're feeling a bit sad about it.
I mean, it's just unfortunately getting to that point in the competition where it really is anyone's game this year. We kind of said that in the past in other years, but this is the first time in at least all my years on Strictly Come Dancing that I have felt the leaderboard has been completely flipped upside down all the time. Every weekend, you're going to get a different couple at the top and a different couple at the bottom, which makes it then really tricky for anyone that sits in the middle, because then obviously fan favorites are at the top. If they're at the bottom the next week, then they're going to be voted for, and vice versa. So being in that gray area in the middle of the leaderboard, I think more than ever is a very dangerous place to be in this competition. And unfortunately, that's kind of what happened at the weekend with Aljaz and Sara and Tilly and Nikita. In regards to whether it was the right call or not, I am not allowed to say my opinion on that, as in It Takes Two host. All I will say is that the judges made their choice, and they are there for their expert opinion.
We saw Aljaz get really emotional at the end, and we were wondering, how did you find watching it from, with your wife's hat on?
Honestly, I think it was just a bit of a shock, It was such a good routine. Him and Sara get on so well. They've become proper mates. I mean, we've gone on double dates with her and her husband quite a few times over the last few weeks. So they've really become a part of our life, really, and we are part of theirs. And we love their two little boys, because Sara really delivered such an amazing Argentine tango. They had never been in the bottom of the leaderboard before in the competition. So when it just happened, you went, oh wow, oh this is it. So yeah, he definitely got emotional.
Fans are devastated and have been picking apart Aljaz's, the speech that he gave, which was so emotional. And I think he mentioned something like, I'm going to miss Strictly so much. And now fans are worried that he's leaving the show. Can you put us at ease?
He's not. There's been no discussions about that. I think he probably meant it more just like leaving the series, leaving this exact series of the show, because he's like I said, he's just loved it so much, and it's that late in the competition that you kind of feel it harder than you do when it's earlier in the competition. So no worries to the fans.
Rose and Giovanni's dances are so emotional anyway, but when it suddenly went silent, it really was very, very poignant, wasn't it?
I think this is the beautiful thing about Strictly Come Dancing, and why I'm so obsessed with the show and being a part of the show. It's because it's not just entertainment. I mean, obviously it's entertainment, but it's a space where you can really touch people's lives, where you can really make people feel something through the power of dance. And I think the moment that Rose and Giovanni had at the weekend was exactly that. It epitomized what dancing can really make you feel when it's done at that level and expressed at that level. I thought it was just so wonderful that they cut the music off, so that for that little moment in time, we could have a glimpse into what life as a dancer is like for her. And I mean, I think the waterworks were everywhere, but it's so beautiful to see that Strictly has the power to do that, to really connect with this kind of audience.
And Sophie mentioned it was a week of firsts. It was the first for Reese and Nancy to score a 40 for the Charleston. How amazing was that?
Oh, honestly, I had goosebumps when they finished dancing, because Reese has kind of had the most incredible little journey, because he's been struggling a lot with finding himself, what he is about, who he is as a dancer, and finding his feet, dare I say, like on the dance floor a little bit more. He's got so much energy, but he also sometimes can lack a bit of confidence. And so to see him come out and do that Charleston,
to that level of precision and like detail orientated movement, his swivel steps, his flicking of the feet, his characterization, his everything about him in that routine, and Nancy was just so worthy of that 40, because I haven't seen a Charleston that exquisite in a long time.
Well, it was definitely an amazing week, and thank you so much, Janette, for joining us and giving your insider info. I hope that you've all enjoyed watching it. Remember to like and subscribe, and join us next week when we'll be joined by another Strictly Famous face.